Today we're going to talk about food safety, and specifically the best way to thaw frozen meat when maybe you didn't plan ahead. Before we talk about thawing meat, let's talk about freezing meat. So you can take a package of meat that you bought at the store and just pop that into the freezer if you know you're not going to use it within a few days. But if you're working with something like ground meat, like ground beef, ground chicken, ground pork, ground turkey, what I like to do is take it out of the packaging, put it in a zip top bag. I'm gonna press some air out and then seal it shut, but I'm gonna leave a corner open. Now I'm just gonna start to flatten it with my hands. You can see it filling the space. And get it really flat with a rolling pin. Now I'm gonna seal it. And what's nice is that it'll lay flat so I can stack other ones on top of it. The absolute best way to thaw frozen meat is in the refrigerator. So just transferring the meat from the freezer to the refrigerator and letting it thaw completely. You can cook certain meats like chicken breast directly from frozen, but they'll take up to 50% longer to cook and the texture might not be as great. So when it comes to an alternate method, you just want to think about the danger zone. Meat enters the danger zone between 40 degrees Fahrenheit and 140 degrees Fahrenheit. So anything below that, 40 degrees and under, like in the fridge or the freezer, is safe. Anything above that, and you're cooking your meat, which is also safe. But in between 40 and 140 is when bacteria is most likely to grow, which is why you never want to thaw your meat at room temperature. One method I like to use when I have a few hours before dinner, but I didn't plan days ahead, is the cold water method. This method is super simple. We just have our bowl of cold water. We're just gonna take our frozen meat, submerge it in the water, and this is staying down pretty nicely, but if it started popping up or you were worried about that, you can just take a plate or another heavy object and weigh it down to make sure it's completely submerged the whole time. We'll want to change the water every 30 minutes to ensure that it stays cold and keeps our food out of the danger zone. Let's replay that. And as soon as your meat is thawed, you're gonna wanna cook it right away. Here, our meat has been vacuum sealed, which is a great way to ensure that no water or bacteria get into the meat as it's submerged in the cold water. But you can use a zip top bag, just make sure that it's tightly sealed. The next time you need to thaw meat quickly but safely, you know what to do. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.